So Fortnite OG's just come out and apparently it's got more plays than literally any season ever, which is just crazy to hear. Maybe this marks the comeback of Fortnite. I know a lot of new players have come back to the game. So how do you get unwashed and get cracked in OG Fortnite? Well, it's actually very simple. Like, Fortnite's an incredibly complex game. However, getting good at it is not too difficult. It's not the hardest thing on earth, which is contrary to most people's beliefs, and rightfully so. Because when you do watch these montages and watch all of these like highlights and stuff, you kind of get a skewed vision of what's actually important in the game. And that's why I'm going to make this video, to clear some things up, to clear up some misconceptions about getting good. So if you actually focus on the key fundamentals of getting good at the game, you'll improve so much faster than everybody else playing it. Now you need to get into your head that aim is the most important mechanic. That's the first fundamental of the game. Now, it may not always seem that way when you watch montages and you watch highlight videos, but that's because these pros have already mastered their aim. They can focus on mastering their mechanics now and their edits and their edit speed. However, you can literally become one of the best players in the game if you just focus on your aim without any mechanics training whatsoever. As long as your mechanics are on par, you can at least like hit every single edit without messing up. Look at Mitro. Mitro didn't really have the fastest edits in the world. However, his edits were very effective and efficient. I'm going to talk about in a second. But you need to make hitting those high damage headshots your main improvement focus. If you spend as much time trying to learn how to aim than you do spending time trying to learn how to quad edit, I literally promise you'd be so much better at the game. But there's literally no point piecing someone if you can't hit a high damage headshot. The amount of times you and the player cross paths in a build fight or a box fight significantly decreases if you hit high damage headshots. Instead of you seeing the player 4 or 5 times, you're only seeing 1 or 2. You literally play a different game on a frequency level. I'm going to make a full video on this because it's actually like super important for you to understand. Make sure you invest in Kovacs and in-game training routines. Luckily for you, Destiny Jesus has a solo masterclass which literally contains a bunch of professional routines, aiming routines, Kovacs routines, in-game routines, literally used daily by pro players. So if you want this, make sure to go in the description and click the solo masterclass. Invest in your improvement. For you people that don't have Kovacs, that don't want to get Kovacs, it's alright because Fortnite actually has in-game aim maps which are literally just as good. Best ones off the top of my head are Angels. This is the one that I've seen the most improvement from. It's one of the videos that started off my channel and it's literally the most improvement I've ever seen in Fortnite. Headshot Deathmatch, which is also just as good, the second most I've ever improved. But nowadays it's all about Turtle Wars and Raider 464's aim map. So sink in as many hours as possible into literally any of those things that I've just said. But I can't lie, Kovacs is probably the one that you're going to see the most improvement from, purely because of the mouse control aspect of it. Kovacs literally improves your builds, edits and aim at the exact same time for some reason. My friend Eros has some of the best mechanics I've ever seen in the game, and that's due to him having 1,000 hours in Kovacs. If you can reach that 1,000 hour mark in Kovacs, you're going to see such improvement in the game. Your mouse control, your edit speed. I just personally think it's a non-negotiable if you want to get good at the game. Now this is the hot take in Fortnite. In my opinion, mechanics are not really that important. It's not as important as you think. To know how to do these crazy builds, quad edit 361 pump that you see Tickle do, in my opinion that's more of a luxury to be able to know how to do. There are only 4 things that you need to really just buckle down and focus on. Reboxing, consistently hitting edits, finding angles and right hand peaks, and learning piece control. Those are the 4 fundamentals of mechanics. Once again, learning piece control, finding angles and peaks, consistently hitting edits, and reboxing. Master these aspects in realistics, Martos, Turtle Wars and Arena, watching back all of your fights. Now some in-game tips for you lot to be able to just climb up the rank system as quickly as possible. Don't hot drop. There's just no point in hot dropping. You're just going to get angry. There's no point in hot dropping. So find a POI, master it, and just learn how to just escape that POI every single time. Next, don't rush into center of zone because that's where the most players are going to be. You're going to get third partied upon third party, probably like 6 people in one fight. So make sure to stay edge of zone, preferably dead side. If you do get third party, just sit in a box, sit in a cone and wait for the other 2 players to start fighting. That way you flip the script on the third party and now you're the third party. This way of fighting, this way of playing the game is literally going to allow you to get more kills, allow you to win more games, and it's just a smarter way of playing the game and climbing the rank system. When you're high enough in the rank system and you only want to be fighting to improve, that's when you just want to sprint in the front center of zone and make sure to get in as many fights as possible, as you're going to make the most amount of mistakes under the high amount of pressure you're in, and it's going to have the highest return on investment. At the moment you're not at that level yet, so you just want to get as many points as possible, get as high up in the rank system as possible. So stay edge and stay dead side. Next thing you're going to want to do, the most important aspect of improvement, is watch the pro players and learn their strategies and mindsets. All of their tips can literally be downloaded into your brain if you just watch what they do and analyze their gameplay. Luckily for you, I create about 4 to 5 shorts every single day of pro player fights. I analyze their gameplay on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. I literally make 4 to 5 shorts a day showing you why these players do what they do, how they do what they do, how they became that good. Watching these daily, following the videos, saving them and implementing them into your gameplay is literally one of the fastest ways to get as good as these professional players. On top of watching the pros, you want to be watching yourself, why you died, how to stop that from happening the next time. You want to be comparing your gameplay with the gameplay on my shorts and TikToks. Now for the finale, the main thing, the thing that everybody needs to do. This is the one thing that will literally improve your gameplay from being absolutely terrible to incredible in about 3.2 seconds. Crucial that you invest in your setup. It's crucial that you improve your setup as many chances, as many times as you get to. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter if you beg. It doesn't matter if you ask 50,000 times for a PC. Doesn't matter if you get a part-time, bro. Just find a way of getting a PC, getting a keyboard and mouse, getting 240 Hz monitor, getting a large desk, good mouse pad, 0 ping Wi-Fi, because that's the one thing that will skyrocket your tournament gameplay. Arena and early game in tournaments is literally gonna feel like creative. I don't know if you realize how much of an advantage that is. Imagine going up against the player and it feels like you're in creative and the opposite player is in literally like an Afghanistan war zone. The advantage is unheard of. It's unspeakable. I don't think people talk about how important a good setup is and how important 0 ping is, how important 240 Hz is. But yeah, lads, that's how you're gonna get cracked this season. Those are the only things you can do to genuinely improve this season. All the other tips are just cap, bro. I can't lie to you. But yeah, lads, good luck to your endeavors and subscribe to the channel if you like my content. Peace. If you genuinely want to go pro and improve like none other, Destiny Jesus' solo masterclass is gonna be your best friend here. Multiple players like you turned into professional players using this one course alone. Copy the link in the description or click the linked video.